Hello everyone. After trying and failing miserably at recording, yes indeed. So after trying and failing, as I said, to find a game with dataless complex cards enabled, I've joined this person's game. So we're going to keep this opening hand because it has lots of ice. It also has dedication ceremony, which is great. Consulting visit could work out well as well. So some good things here. If you haven't seen this deck in action, it is very much a mill deck. So we're trying to basically get underway renovation down and just go nuts, basically. Advancing many times to mill cards from their stack. Against crew mill, that could be really good. We are going to raise this because they tend not to have too much recursion other than same old things for account siphon, which means we could hit a breaker and be in a good spot. Leela sometimes going for those combo style plays. You have the likes of the Gangsign Leela, for example, which tends not to run an awful lot. The fact that they have early means they could be going for something different, but HQ interface indicates that they're all about the milling, or all about the multi-axis on HQ, probably through Gangsign. So no ice yet, so we'll just credit up to A, be able to play restructure, B, so we can play that, or we can res this. Blockade runner. Oh, interesting. Have not seen that in action yet. So we're just going to money up and restructure. We don't want to leave them a blank server because bank job is down. Statement of intent. We do have mid-seasons as well, so if they do steal an agenda and don't have much money, we can consulting visit into that. It also means that when we do get the underway renovation and start advancing that up, that will be in a good spot. Tapworm? Yep. So we gotta purge basically as soon as possible. Hopefully we can find Grindle Refinery. That'll get our dedication ceremony and all that on. Jackson's not that exciting. Not quite what we want, but we do want to find ice. And vanilla will do the job. So we'll put that up there and we will get rid of... don't think we need 2 dedication ceremonies. So we need to purge soon because we don't want them to get free money off this. Considering our whole plan is to mid-seasons them, the less money they have, the better. We do give them a free turn, which is unfortunate, but sometimes that can't be helped. Rumour mill. So they haven't got us here. Thankfully we did not pitch an agenda. There was the temptation to, but not this time. So we kind of have to push for it because Jackson is blanked, but inside job could absolutely ruin us as well. We can dedication ceremony at ice wall. It's not very exciting. I think we purge and get rid of that. Thankfully they threw out a Fisk investment seminar, but they more than likely have more. Breach comes down and coming for HQ, so it'll cost them 2 credits. Yeah, better to cost them 2 than nothing at all. It also means vanilla is really good. We do have to power shut down for 2 only as well if we play that. They might be thinking of siphoning. Interesting. I don't understand. So we can put Marimati on HQ, or we can put Marimati over here, which means they need 2 things to get through. It's risky, but I think we go for it. At least we prevent the inside job. Underway, or the Oaktown Renovations should say. There's the siphon, of course. Hopefully they don't have many same old things. Thankfully we can still afford to res all of this, and we can still score out once we have a credit. And of course if they keep tags, and we can get to 4 credits, we just boom them. So interesting position to be in. Now if they were to legwork here, we'd be in an awful spot. Because chances are we'd lose 2 agendas. These 2 pieces of ice would go, and they would steal this one. which would be brutal. So drawing up and removing tags. It seems safe. We will score this, I think. We'll end up with a piece of ice in hand, but we can get rid of one consulting visit. Yeah, it seems okay. Especially before they get Gangsign and things like that down. Vanilla back in hand is okay. It actually makes the inside job play funnier. And here comes the more siphons. So going to be hard to get ahead of them on credits, and unfortunately Vanilla's not going to do a whole pile for us. So let's stick this in here. Let's draw 2 and put this on HQ. Let's get rid of one agenda at the very least. And because we've seen Rumour Mill, I think we have to respect it and shuffle. Let's get back Jackson, one of these, and we're a long way off restructure. I think dedication ceremony. Because if we draw a Grindle refinery, that puts us in a good spot. Medium. Alrighty. So kind of holding out hope here. Mongoose comes down and they're going to run. Ah, yes, of course. For bank job money. Well, we can't really afford it. Can we? So we can pay 2 to prevent them from getting money. Also gets the ice rezzed. Yeah, I think we res it. It stops them from getting 8 credits. Another piece of ice rezzed. It's not the greatest piece of ice, but with breach on the table, it could be worse. So Vanilla is not spectacular, but will help make this more expensive. At least it only costs us 0 as well. So that is something. And paying 2 to break a Vanilla feels unpleasant. Also limits the number of excesses they can go for. Now, they could do credit, run again. C3, which wouldn't be bad. Oh, I needed that. And Tapeworm comes down again. Well, I suppose we put Ash into... They've seen it, but it could be somewhat useful. And we could put Atlas in as well. Seems okay. Next turn, we can purge, which seems like a good idea. Although they're not getting any money off Tapeworm at the moment, but getting the medium as well seems like a good idea. And that's the one thing about playing additional viruses that incentivizes the corp to purge. You see it, or you saw it before with Anarch and the likes of Lamprey plus medium or something like that. And as soon as multiples hit the table, you really feel like now's a good time. Now that we're down to 4 cards, seems like a good idea. Salsa Slums, it's good included in every deck at this stage. So we'll purge. It gets rid of their money, it gets rid of medium, which is important as well. And they are flooding our hand, which seems sensible. Aaron comes down. So now we have to decide if it's worth it. If we score, we get this back in hand, more than likely. We also have a ton of cards. But I think we actually maybe use this time to ice up. So we can do this. Merimati on HQ is okay. Cost them 4. Which seems reasonable. And put the ice wall on archives. Lotus Field is good to have. Not quite what I would like. Wow, turntable as well. Playing all sorts of weird and wacky things. Slums, definitely know about. Turntable's been a while since we've seen, but then again, it can be a good counter to the breaking news railgun style of play. Rumour Mill is obviously a good card as well. Yeah, I like it. And they give it a sneak door, so this was a good install, if I do say so myself. This turn I think we just money up, and that allows us to... We could even advance here, actually. That seems like a good idea. We have enough to keep them out Ash. We can res all our HQ stuff. Now's as good a time as any. So they've used 3 siphons, probably the same old things, or deja vus as well. If they do run, we can power shut down at some point, and now their money is in a better position. So I think we try and get the token here. Peregrine. 4 to break Lotus Field. It seems okay. Oh dear. Yeah, it seems like it'd be a good idea to have the token in hand. Does mean we have to trash something. I want this from mid-seasons. Food. Well, they've knocked this back to hand, so... Well, they're not going to play Sneak Door, are they? Temujin, maybe? Ice seems like a good idea. Our hand is so good. Chances are they'll run archives, because we have a couple of face-down cards. And this, if they get Temujin, then again you want the ice. I want the mid-seasons. Mid-seasons, we play 2 booms actually. So I think I can get rid of 1. Because you need the ice to cover off servers. And there's a Temujin that we were kind of expecting. And that's why you don't throw away agendas as well. So their money woes have come to an end, making it harder to mid-season them. We can power shut down here actually, and if we trash good things, then we get Jackson, and then we can just lock them out. They've trashed special order, so do they have a more permanent breaker? Well, time to find out. We lose the other boom and a spiderweb. That's kind of fine. So we'll pop this on archives. And now we see if they have Deja Vu or what kind of recursion they're playing. There's Corroder. So we need to power shut down for 2 again. But if we can manage that, then we just do the slow lockout. There's the Gangsign. Grindel Refinery's good. If we can get our other dedication ceremony, we're in a much better spot with it. So let's draw once. We can hedge. Unfortunately, now we can't keep anything safe over here until we get something back. We could pop it in there anyway, kind of sacrifice it in a way, or we draw so that if they legwork us, we don't get completely blown out. I don't think we'll be using Archer. Right, now they're set up for never running. Okay, so we can grab... So we would have to use Jackson to shuffle back in power shutdown. Or do we have another one? Nope, we have another one in the deck. So we can grab this to power shutdown. So I think we have to force the run here. We can advance it and credit or advance again. Let's credit. So if they run, we grab power shutdown, do it for 2, and we have Jackson. If they don't run, we make a ton of money, and that allows us to possibly mid-seasons. We have the consulting visit. We'd need to get the Jackson down and shuffle back a boom, or alternatively grab this for a boom. Oh, sorry. So Rumor Mill is down, which means Ash is offline, but that's okay. Does, however, mean that Jackson is now offline as well, which is just a pain. So Archer's no good. We need our Lotus Field. And they're coming back in for their bank job money. So there's our mid-seasons, which means we can grab this to power shutdown for 2, and then work away as normal. If they grab something with Gangsign, no, we can't mid-seasons them because it would be off their turn. I think this is still okay. Except I don't have a second power shutdown in there, do I? No, I just have the one. Interesting. So that makes things considerably more difficult. Instead we install advance, then we can mid-seasons. They'll be able to get to 7, so they can get to 7 cards. Or they can shake tags. Let's draw one. We're not going to play Archer, basically. It might be worth sacking the Oaktown. So credit. Put Jackson in the server. I'm swinging wild here. So we have mid-seasons, we have consulting visit for boom. We unfortunately cannot use Jackson to reshuffle our one and only power shutdown. So we gotta do it a bit of a harder way. I assume they'll trash here. Yep. But now they can come back gaining essentially 6 credits because they installed it and they have to pay 1 through Marimati. So up to 14. And now they go through here as well. Mid-seasons is becoming harder and harder. So, install advance. We can grab an economy card. Let's see, we got a destruction in the deck still? Yep, we do. Then we get mid-seasons and boom. So I think using this isn't all that bad. 23 credits. We can grab a restructure. The question is, can they match us on money? They've only used one Temujin, so there's a chance. Where's the film critic? Because I imagine they might have one. So, drawing frantically with Blockade Runner. Turntable. We have everything we need. Now we can use the Atlas token. I think we grab money, right? How many booms? We've lost one, but only one. Oh no. I really need to look at this deck list again. Okay, so we have to get... I don't even know what now. I don't know how we score out. Well, restructure, I guess. Ooh, this is not looking great. Until we can turn off Rumor Mill, we're not in a good spot. You say this. But if we had kill cards, we'd be okay. Mistakes were made. So, dedication does nothing for us. So instead we... money up. We... mid-seasons? Sure. Oh, we are so dead. Put this on HQ. And mid-seasons for... it's currently 6. Let's put 16, makes it 22. So even if they put all their money in, they're still getting a lot of tags. Alrighty, so now the race is on. A race that we should have won a lot easier had we either played smarter or... I don't know. So they're going to see 2 cards. Now we're looking to draw our best defense. Maybe that's what we should have grabbed, actually. So best defense would have allowed us to trash Corroder and probably would have locked things out. So instead we pretty much goofed, and now we're losing cards on accesses. They're getting Aaron. They're not going to get rid of 22 cards or 22 tags, but yeah. And we probably should have not resed vanilla. So they could win here with their last 3 credits. Which seems good. Oh no, they're 1 credit short. This one's your minus one click. Yeah, it's all good. This isn't World Championships or anything like that. Minus one click, plus one credit. One more CR for Spiderweb. But it probably won't make a difference. I think they're before texting. I see. I'm assuming this will be it. No. So we survive. Consulting visit for best defense. That seems like our only out here. So Aaron, Marin. Ah yes, they were for best defense. We can trash anything. Let's trash Corroder. And take a credit. So we might be able to lock this game out here. And if so, I think we're very, very fortunate. Because we have not played well here at all. Just in the last couple of clicks. So now, how many more contingency breakers do they have? Not much left in their stack. Inside job still kills us, so gotta put this out here maybe. Take a load of credits. Getting rid of Gangsign. So we have to keep our HQ incredibly tidy. Which could be very problematic. They're full sure we've got boom. There I think you save the tokens. Okay, to put back and token up. Because yeah, we couldn't boom them on that turn. Did not have the credits or clicks to do so. However, as it currently stands, we do not have the wherewithal to do so. Jackson is necessary. Turning off Rumour Mill somehow is important. Learn through mistakes. A person after my own heart. No more barrier breakers. Oh wait, no, they think we can boom them. We cannot. Until we got Rumour Mill switched off, we cannot at all. So instead we have to put this on server 1. Credit. Credit? Yeah. So, they have drawn through their entire stack. The question is, what cards do they have left? We can get a Project Atlas with a token. If we think they don't have a breaker, we can install advance the food and just score it that way. And Sneak Door going in the bin must mean they don't have Corroder. Now, inside job is still a threat, which means, and in fact we do have to score the food because we can't score Atlas and have them Gangsign this. So we got our money up. Let's draw one. Wow, we have almost decked ourselves. And let's just take a credit. And next turn we install Advance. We can afford to res this. And kind of hoping for the best. Oh, that's amazing. Blockade Runner with 1 card. Of course. Yeah, I think sometimes you might be better off not asking if someone's recording. I really hope they're not playing the long con. Oh, going for tiger removal. I think you leave it. We've only 7 cards in R&D. Yeah. 7 cards in R&D, so if we don't have boom by now, we're not going to have it. So now the question is, do they have inside job? Do they have another corroder? Faust is an option. I have not counted influence. 2, 4, 6. Oh god! Thankfully they can't do that twice. Inside job. Wow, they're flinging everything at us here. So, inside job gets through Veritas. Thankfully Marimati will shut it down. And I don't think they've any more tricks. Whew. That was close though. We almost were our architects of our own demise, really. Yeah, than I would have liked. So if they do watch this video, they will see just how close we were to losing that. Bind the boom with shutdown and rumor mill meant no Jackson. And we didn't get to play any of our underway renovations, which is really upsetting. But hope you enjoyed it anyway. It's a fun little deck. Not competitive, I would say, but a bit of fun. Very much going with the whole, if you're going to cipher Atman me or cipher Parasite, I'm going to try to arc lock down all your bits and pieces. I'm going to mill the rest and eventually just lock you out with vanillas and ice walls and things like that. So, we'll be back with another game very, very soon.